Hello gurus, welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm going to talk about the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about a new project called CULT. You have to pay attention to this. The ticker is $CULT. Now it's very complicated, but what it is, it's a decentralized investment DAO. Decentralized Autonomous Organization. That's what DAO stands for. And what CULT is, it just came out a few days ago. My friend from Master Ventures, Kyle, he's a very wealthy person. He's a seed investor in many projects, hundreds of crypto projects. This guy's a genius in the space. I'm going to show you a video later of him talking about CULT 2 or 3 days ago. It's up 300% since he mentioned it to me, or 200% since he mentioned it yesterday morning. Now, what this system is, CULT, $CULT, it's you hold the tokens, you stake the tokens, and there's going to be 50 guardians. So the top 50 wallet holders will be considered guardians of the CULT. And what they do is they can propose projects. So they can propose projects to the other CULT holders, and then they get to vote whether the CULT DAO is going to invest in the project. And it's an automated investing kind of system. It's very amazing kind of concept. So it's this decentralized autonomous organization is going to be voting on what projects they want to invest in. The guardians are the only people, the 50 top wallet holders will be the only people that could put through that vote, to put through that project. And all the wallet holders, all the DAO CULT holders will vote if they want to invest in the project. Then they send Ethereum to the project, 13 Ethereum, and then the project gets funding, and then the project, once it launches, it's sending the token that it launches back into the CULT DAO to buy CULT tokens. It's a very cool concept. So it's like venture capital investing, but decentralized. I'm going to show you his video. He better explains it. Hit the subscribe button, join 70,000 people, smash up the thumbs up button. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. So going to the technicals, then I'm all about this CULT DAO, and this thing is insane, like what's happening. Okay, so the altcoins, a few of them are pumping. Alpaca up 15%, Truth 3.5%, Cake holding well on this dump of Bitcoin 2%, but Bitcoin dumped quite strong today. On the daily candles, let's take off all these, we've got so many indicators, let's take them off for now. I can't actually, okay, I need to get rid of some of them to take them off. Okay, I'll turn my screen. I'll turn super trend. I got to turn off. Okay, so Bitcoin fell below the 2-year blue trend line, which I was expecting would hold strong. Now we came back to this big support of the W. So it broke out of the W like I predicted. It came up and then it broke down from here. I actually sold here when we broke the 2-year trend line, which I'll show you on the live trades. Now on the 4-hourly, the stochastic is oversold. There is some volume. It had a big bounce back from 44,000 to 45,000. But this was not so good. It's kind of creating a head and shoulder formation here. We have a shoulder, we have this big head now. If it comes up, makes a shoulder, then it could drop back down to the main support area of 41,000. The EMA ribbons, we're underneath the EMA ribbons now, and they're turning to head down. The main support for this EMA ribbon is down here at the 42,000. So that's not so good. The Crypto Guru bot fired a sell about 2 hours ago. It fired a sell. VPVR, and this is what's most worrying. This is what I talked about in some previous videos. The main support for the VPVR is down at the 39,000. So it's very easy for the market makers come down to 39,000, open all this liquidity, and then drop it, close them out, and then start to move back up. That's what I would do if I was a market maker. So you've got to be careful. But again, here is a main area of support for Bitcoin. It took us a while to break through this area. It took us a long time to break through the $44,000 area. You can see for the last few months since January, we broke underneath it, we came back, we tested it, we failed, we tested it, broke down, we tested it, broke down, and now we broke above it. So here is a strong support. So I do expect that, but the bounce should have been stronger. So I do think that it's not so good what's happening. On the daily though, it's still heading down. And most likely we're going to come down to this $39,000 area where all the liquidity is. So I would be actually shorting Bitcoin here to go to the $39,000 area, because this support should have had a stronger bounce. So it would be actually a good point to be shorting. The take profit, the stop loss above the 2-year trend line, and the take profit on this main trend line that Bitcoin has been trending in. So down here at the 38,000, this gives us 2.6 ratio trade, risking 2,500 to make 6,600. On the daily, we're looking terrible. On the weekly, we're looking, it's turning down, but we've got a lot of support here. I think we could come down to around here. 42,000 is where I would go long on Bitcoin. So you could short it down to 42,000. And then see what happens at the 42,000, whether you hold on to the trade. On the 4 hourly, we're oversold. On the hourly, we're oversold, but volume is drying up a little bit. We had some spikes on the drop, but not much volume, and it's trying to turn to head down further. So that's not so good at the moment. Let's see what the stochastic is saying on the 4 hourly. So stochastic is oversold right now. Squeeze mob is going to the red side, but it hasn't finished its drop. It says money flow is flowing out of Bitcoin. So at the moment, it hasn't finished its drop. It's got more to drop, it's saying. On that one, let's see what other indicator. Bitcoin indicator bot, it fired a sell. It actually called the sell perfectly up here at the 48,000. Should have listened to that indicator bot on the day. I closed my trades once we broke the blue trend line at the 46,400. So I lost around $10,000 on my account on that drop. But again, I would actually be shorting it here to take it at least to 42,000 is where I would close the short in the short term. So the stop would be just above this blue trend line. That's how I would take the trade. Again, it's risking $1,800 to make $2,700 on Bitcoin. I would actually be short here until we get a buy signal. The main support is at the $42,000 area. Now I'm going to show you about ColdDAO. So this was yesterday in the Discord server. If you join the VIP, I closed yesterday at 8:33 p.m. on the drop when we broke the blue trend line. VIP closed longs on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all spot positions. Bitcoin breaking a main support. I actually closed that trade, and then we had a bigger drop. It cost me around $10,000 to my account, but then I was able to stop a bigger drop, which is beautiful. And then just now, VIP, I just bought and staked Colt. This is experimental and extremely risky. Now I'm going to show you what ColdDAO is. This was shown to me by Master Ventures, Kyle from Master Ventures. ColdDAO, this is a new project, up 72% today, Colt. And it's also, what's very interesting, ColdDAO, it's a very powerful concept. It's got 133 million market cap, volume of $60 million in the last 24 hours. And it exploded when Kyle told me about this yesterday. And it went from yesterday, it was sitting at, where was it? Yesterday was the 31st. So when he told me about it yesterday morning, it was sitting down here at around 0.00000015. Now it's sitting at 0.0, it doubled. It went from those many 4 decimal places 15 to 0.4 decimal places 33. So it's more than doubled. And look at the volume. The volume is picking up like crazy. Now I'm going to read you what this is. So if you want to get ColdDAO, where you can buy it, you have to always do your own due diligence. I'm just showing you what I am doing in the markets, but this is a very interesting project. If you'd like to know where to buy ColdDAO, the top currency exchanges for trading ColdDAO stock are currently BitGet, CoinW, BK, LBank, Hotbit, and decentralized exchanges. So Colt is a tradable and liquid ColdDAO transacting Colt. So I'm going to read you what it does. So ColdDAO and its funding process is completely decentralized. It cannot be stopped. As long as there are people transacting with Colt, guardians putting forward proposals, the top 50 wallet holders, and users voting, ColdDAO will continue to fund revolutionaries, decentralization advocates, and those willing to break the chains of society. A proposal can only be put forward by the guardian. There are only top 50 holders. Guardians cannot vote and so cannot be wholly corrupted in their decision. These proposals must conform to all or the majority of these 3 criteria: fight against centralization, further the cause of decentralization, directly benefit a noble cause. These proposals can be from anywhere: VCs, community members, politicians, anarchists, socialists, the left or right wing, as long as they conform to the guidance above and it's a guardian who submits it. Any proposal can be voted on by the many. The proposal put forward must contain. So what it is, it's putting forward a proposal of a project. And then one of the guardians, the top 50 wallet holders, is the only one that can vote, that can put forward the proposal. Then all the people that are staking Colt, deColt tokens, Colt staked is called deColt, they're the ones that can then vote on the proposal to fund it or not. So once it's voted on, Colt serves, here, these proposals, so the total supply of the vesting protocol token, the percentage of total supply being offered in the return for 13 invested. So what it means is they get 13 Ethereum. If they're put forward, voted, and accepted, they get 13 Ethereum. And then their project has to pay, once their project launches, it has to give its tokens back to ColdDAO. So it's like a VC, a decentralized VC. it also burns tokens. I'm going to show you a video from Kyle who's explaining this technology.
He learned all the lessons he had to in order to go and create something that was truly impactful for the world. And if you look at the manifesto from Cult DAO, it is a really well-designed idea. The tokenomics creates an infinite money machine, one that just doesn't require any more capital infusion unless people stop transacting Cult. So as long as Cult continues to be transacted, there will always be Cult DAO. To better understand this, let's look at the tokenomics quickly. So users transact Cult and 0.4% is collected on every transaction. So every transaction that's done, whether I send Cult to you or you send to me or we trade it on a DEX, 0.4% is put into treasury. So the DAO treasury collects the fees. And then for every 15.5 ETH raised, that is when they will fund a proposal. 13 of those ETH will be sent to the investee or whatever project that the DAO is going to invest into. And the additional 2.5 Cult will be burnt. Just so you know, there was 6.66 trillion tokens minted. Already approximately 1.6 or so trillion have been burned. So when the investment comes back, it is traded for Cult tokens. 50% of those go back to stakers and the other 50% get burnt. It's a pretty simple idea. It is an investment DAO, completely decentralized. In fact, the author of the manifesto is adamant about decentralization and how centralization is screwing with the world. You have to read the manifesto if you haven't already. It is extremely well written and it very much aligns with me and anybody who believes in decentralization. And another great thing is that we already know that the first proposal that has passed and already been executed was to remove the control from Mr. Omodulus. So now it is fully decentralized. You can see right now that $6.56 million is locked and verified by Unicrypt for 265 years. No rug pull. No rug pull. 265 years, locked liquidity. So yes, this project does have an anonymous founder, but that's the beautiful thing about decentralized projects is they can do this. He even says...
So you can watch more about that in the video from Kyle, and it's a very interesting project. I've now bought, I'm buying almost 2 billion of this token, and I'm going to try to become one of the 50 guardians. That would be amazing. So I'm going to try to become one of the 50 guardians. Currently, you need 7.7 billion tokens to be one of the guardians, which is almost $240,000. Yesterday, it was only to be a guardian was $120,000. So it's insanely exploding. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Cult? $CULT. Let me know. Research it. I want you guys, as the audience, research it. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about this project? What do you think is happening? Does a decentralized VC investment DAO like this, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Join 70,000 people. Smash up, thumbs up on it. This is James from Crypto Guru, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.